the crime at the center of today's story is considered to be one of the most disturbing of all time. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious, told in a deliberate story format, then you've come to the right place. That's all we do here, and we upload 2 or 3 times every week. So, if that sounds interesting to you, please invite the like button to come to the zoo with you, spill honey all over it, and push it into the bear enclosure. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Alright, let's get into today's story. Austin Harrouff was born on December 21, 1996, in Palm Beach County, Florida, into what many would call the perfect family. His father was a dentist, his mother a pharmacist. They lived in a large home surrounded by palm trees, manicured lawns, and the kind of suburban comfort most people only dream of. Palm Beach County wasn't just any place, it was a haven of wealth, sunshine, and security. By 2021, 44 billionaires would call this county home. For young Austin and his sister Haley, life seemed safe and full of promise. In 2010, however, when Austin was just 13 years old, that picture-perfect image of family stability cracked. His parents divorced suddenly. Within the same year, both parents were already in new relationships. The divorce was jarring for Austin and Haley. They struggled at first, but with time they adjusted. The children stayed with their mother in the family home while their father moved nearby. It wasn't the same, but at least the family remained close. If you're enjoying the flow of this story so far, don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll always be up to date with our latest uploads, and your support helps us keep bringing these unsettling cases straight to you. By the time Austin entered high school, he was already standing out. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and naturally athletic. Teachers recognized his intelligence quickly, placing him into advanced classes. He excelled academically and physically. For 4 years, he played football. For 1 year, he wrestled. Coaches often tried to push him into becoming more aggressive, yelling at him to get angry before games. But Austin was laid back. He wasn't driven by aggression. In fact, what truly interested him was helping others. His father often called him the happy boy. Austin loved to smile, and he loved to imagine a future where he could do something meaningful with his life. He didn't want a career that was just about money, he wanted to help the largest number of people possible. By the time high school graduation rolled around in 2015, Austin had already mapped out his dream. He wanted to become a doctor. When he received his acceptance letter from Florida State University's pre-med program, his family celebrated. His dream was on track. That summer was full of joy. Friends, family, beaches, barbecues, it felt like life was wide open for him. When his parents drove him to Tallahassee and dropped him off at college, they felt confident. Austin was smart, strong, and kind. He was ready for the challenges of adulthood. But college life, as it so often does, exposed new cracks beneath the surface. Austin's freshman year looked successful from the outside. His grades were good. He had a girlfriend. He threw himself into bodybuilding and even built a small social media following around fitness. He was the kind of young man who looked like he had everything figured out. Behind closed doors, though, Austin was struggling. In his private journal, he wrote about feelings of inadequacy. He believed his peers didn't accept him. He felt trapped by his own shyness, wishing desperately that he could be more outgoing, more likable, more confident. His public smile hid private despair. If this story has you hooked already, go ahead and hit that like button. It may seem small, but it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm so more people can discover these cases. In that fragile state, Austin began experimenting with substances. At first, it was typical college drinking, but it didn't stop there. Soon it was marijuana. Then Vyvanse, a prescription stimulant used for ADHD. Then hallucinogens like LSD and mushrooms. Then MDMA. Austin was trying anything and everything, chasing highs that only deepened his lows. By the end of his freshman year, his internet searches revealed the chaos brewing inside him. He typed, "I think I'm crazy, What do I do? How do you know if you're crazy? Do I need to sleep? What happens if you don't sleep? He was losing himself. When summer came, Austin returned home, but the person who stepped through his mother's door wasn't the same boy who had left. His family noticed immediately. Within days, he had moved his bed into the garage, saying the house was full of demons. At night, he would walk the halls, knocking on doors every 2 hours, announcing that he was guarding the family. He barely slept. He seemed possessed by something no one understood. At first, the family thought maybe it was just drug use. When confronted, Austin admitted to taking various substances. His parents clung to that explanation. They hoped that once he was clean, he would return to normal. But even after he claimed to be sober, his bizarre behavior didn't stop. By August, his parents considered invoking the Baker Act, a Florida law that allows families to place someone in involuntary psychiatric evaluation for 72 hours. They didn't want to do it, but they felt they were running out of options. Let me pause here to invite you, drop your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have done if this was your son, your brother, your friend? We love reading your perspectives, and it makes these videos feel like real conversations. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, it helps us keep going. On the morning of August 15, 2016, Austin showed up unannounced at a longtime friend's house. When the friend opened the door, Austin asked a strange question: "What year was I born?" The friend hesitated, then answered, 1996. Austin said nothing, turned around, and walked away. Later, the friend called him back, urging him to spend the day with him, his sister Haley, and a few others. At first, it seemed like a normal day. They planned to go to the beach. But Austin's behavior quickly spiraled. He disappeared for a while and returned in bizarre clothing, a thick football jersey, sweatpants, 2 wristwatches, and sunglasses. His friends laughed and teased him. Austin snapped, "If you tell me I'm crazy, I will kill you." Shocked, they backed off. His sister Haley gently tried to calm him down. She urged him to get professional help. To her surprise, Austin nodded and agreed. "Something is wrong with me," he admitted. "I need help." For a brief moment, there was hope. Later that evening, the group met Austin's father and his girlfriend at Duffy's, a local restaurant. But Austin's strange behavior escalated. He kept leaving the table, disappearing for long stretches. At one point, he went to his mother's house, drank vegetable oil, ate Parmesan cheese, changed his clothes, and came back. His family was rattled. When his father confronted him directly, "What is wrong with you?" Austin shoved his face in anger and stormed out of the restaurant. It was the last time his family saw him as the person they knew. If you want to keep hearing shocking cases like this one, now is the time to subscribe. Hit that button so you don't miss our next upload. It might just be even more disturbing than this one. Just a few miles away, a retired couple was spending a quiet evening in their garage. John Stevens, 59, and his wife, Michelle Mishkin, 53, were beloved by their community. They had recently retired, and they loved sitting in their open garage, watching TV, enjoying the warm Florida nights, and chatting with neighbors who passed by. That night was no different, until the screaming began. Their neighbor, Jeff Fisher, heard the commotion and rushed over. What he saw was almost unimaginable. Austin Haroof, wild-eyed and unrecognizable, was attacking Michelle. When Jeff tried to intervene, Austin turned on him with a knife, stabbing him multiple times. Jeff stumbled away, bleeding, and managed to call 911. Police officers rushed to the scene, and what they found shocked even seasoned law enforcement. Austin was on top of John Stevens, biting chunks of his face, growling, and refusing to let go. Tasers didn't work. Kicks didn't work. Even a police dog didn't work. It took multiple officers to wrestle him off, and when they finally handcuffed him, he screamed, "Kill me. I'm eating humans." Michelle died from blunt force trauma. John succumbed to his injuries after fighting desperately to save her. Jeff, though seriously wounded, survived. Austin, after ingesting toxic household chemicals from the garage, slipped into an 11-day coma. He would eventually wake up. If this part of the story horrified you, share this video with a friend who also follows true crime. These are stories that need to be told, and your shares help more people discover them. When toxicology reports came back, they revealed something chilling. There were no hallucinogens in Austin's system. No LSD, no mushrooms, no bath salts, just traces of marijuana. He had been sober. During questioning, Austin told investigators he had seen a dark, evil figure. He claimed he ran into the couple's garage for help. When Michelle screamed, he thought she was a witch. His account was fragmented, incoherent, and terrifying. Over the following months and years, psychiatrists examined him. Some argued he was suffering from a severe mental illness, schizophrenia, perhaps. Others thought his drug use had triggered a psychotic break. The legal system dragged the case through endless debates over sanity, responsibility, and justice. Finally, in 2022, after 6 long years of uncertainty, Austin Harrouf was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. For the families involved, there was no real closure, just the grim reality of lives destroyed. Thank you for staying with us through this intense story. If you haven't already, subscribe and join our community of true crime enthusiasts. Like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. We'll be back soon with another dark and mysterious case. Until then, stay safe.